Like some games, if she's getting wide open shots, if she needs to be a scorer, put the ball into the hoop, she will do that. Is she gonna go to the New York Liberty? Could the Fever somehow get Emma Mason? But no. When you go and play against them, and I know that the Indiana Fever's campaign for this season was every game is a home game, the New York Liberty at this point is doing so many things right. I feel like they are going to be at the top of the list. Their team is absolutely stacked. And if we look at some of the top performers from the game against the Indiana Fever,
Caitlin Clark went from being a game changer to barely scratching her potential in Indiana. Now, whispers are growing louder about a potential bombshell move to New York. But why is this happening? And what's making the New York Liberty so irresistible to the WNBA's biggest star? Let's unpack the truth behind this evolving saga that could shift the balance of the league forever. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel.
And her name has been brought up so many times over the past few months, wondering where she was going to go. Is she going to go to Phoenix? Is she going to go back to famous mascot in the league in Ellie the Elephant? Everybody loves her. She's getting brand deals herself. But the Indiana Fever hung in there, and it wasn't until the fourth quarter that the Liberty pulled away and they ended up winning the game at home in Brooklyn. Fever fans were crashing out after this game saying, like, how could we stay so close? And then, of course, once again, like, we give it up in the fourth. But I feel like when they go up against the New York Liberty, that is the one place that it is not.
Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. Caitlin Clark didn't just join the WNBA, she ignited it. From day one, she turned Indiana Fever games into must-watch events, packing arenas and lighting up highlight reels. But now, months into her rookie season, that spark feels dimmer. The buzz around Clark hasn't disappeared, it can't, but her time in Indiana has quickly revealed cracks that even her immense talent can't cover. The problems start at the top. Indiana's coaching staff made the bizarre choice to move Clark out of her natural role as a point guard. Instead of running the offense where her court vision could shine, she's been pushed into a shooting guard position and tasked with operating off the ball. That means fewer opportunities to dictate the pace, create for teammates, or showcase her trademark deep threes off the dribble. It's a move that doesn't just hurt her, it's left Indiana's entire offense limping.
And at this point in time, they have got to be our favorites to win the WNBA finals. The Indiana Fever kept it very close with the New York Liberty. I know a lot of people were expecting them to lose by 20 or 30 points. Everyone thought that it was going to be a blowout. What she does and what makes her such a threat on the court is she just does what the game asks for. Would be coming back to the States to play in the WNBA. A home game for the Indiana Fever. New York Liberty fans show up and they show out.
During one of their worst stretches this season, the Fever averaged only 72 points per game, with possessions often ending in rushed, disjointed looks. Imagine Clark, a generational talent, waiting in the corner for touches instead of running the show. It's frustrating to watch. And then there are the injuries. Clark has already missed 10 games this season, which raises a bigger question. Could Indiana's system be putting more strain on her body than it should? Without a fast-paced, high-energy offense, where she's proven she thrives, Clark has logged too many minutes just fighting to fit into a structure that doesn't suit her. A source close to the team mentioned, "This isn't coaching. This is sabotage disguised as strategy." While that might sound extreme, it's hard to ignore how these decisions have stymied one of the most creative players in basketball. Despite all this, Clark is still a phenomenon. Her name alone drives ticket sales and TV ratings, making the Fever a financial powerhouse. But is that enough? Indiana has built nothing meaningful around her, and if she stays trapped here, they risk not only failing their star, but losing her completely. Because one team across the country seems to have a plan, and they're ready to execute. Imagine this. A team that doesn't just see Caitlin Clark as a superstar, but but as the centerpiece of their future.
To talk about the Indiana Fever versus New York Liberty game. He doesn't have to score a lot of points in every single game. It was the New York Liberty, and the New York Liberty are hard to hate. They play beautiful basketball on the court for free agency, not just this year, but in years to come. And at this point in time, they are also my favorites to win the WNBA quarter. But I actually wasn't so upset with this game. The Indiana Fever has been a team where they haven't.
That's exactly what the New York Liberty are offering. While Indiana struggles to figure out how to use her, the Liberty's strategy is as clear as day. Engineer a winning culture that embraces star players and makes them better. Just look at what they've done with names like Sabrina Ionescu and Brianna Stewart. Both players have thrived in New York's polished system, where talent isn't just celebrated, it's unleashed. But here's where things get really interesting. At the recent All-Star Weekend, the Liberty made what can only be described as a calculated move. Clark wasn't just casually rubbing elbows with Liberty coach Sandy Brondello and players Ionescu and Stewart. Her agent was also there, heavily involved in the conversation. And let's be honest, when an agent enters the mix, it's not just small talk, right? Sources suggest this wasn't just welcome to the league chatter. It was the kind of strategic groundwork that teams lay for the future. Now think about New York's game plan. They run arguably the most exciting offense in the WNBA. It's fast, fluid, and built for playmakers who thrive on instinct and creativity.
And I want to talk about the New York Liberty for a second because they are quickly turning into a super team. At other games, she's more of a facilitator and a defender. She played really great this game, doing appearances. And then you have the home court advantage that the New York Liberty have been able to be consistent through the entire season. But the kind of basketball that they played against the Liberty.
That's Caitlin Clark in a nutshell. Where Indiana slows her down with rigid sets, the Liberty could empower her to dictate every possession, firing deep threes or slicing defenses apart with her passing. And the proof is in the numbers. When Clark returned from injury to face the Liberty earlier this season, the game drew a jaw-dropping 2.2 million viewers. If that's not a sign of her market impact, what is? The difference? Indiana has her stuck in quicksand while New York's system would let her run free. The Liberty aren't just pitching a roster or a style of play, they're giving Caitlin a vision. One where she could dominate the league and elevate her stardom into something the WNBA has never seen before. And with moves like these, you can't help but wonder, are they already a step ahead of everyone? Caitlin Clark's story isn't just about one player. It's a wake-up call for the entire WNBA. Right now, the league stands at a crossroads. Teams like the Liberty are showing what's possible when you build around your stars and let them shine, while Indiana's struggles highlight the cost of doing the opposite. And here's the thing, when she moves to New York, all of that economic impact moves with her. This isn't just a player decision, it's a potential turning point for the league itself. By 2028, the Liberty might not just hold a dynasty, they could hold the future of the WNBA.